Yeah, so one of the gigs last year was a one-off. Just called in basically on the day. It's a Black Label Society and tracks. We're at History in Toronto last August. So I got to call in to do monitors for them. So super cool for me because Zakk's one of my guys, that's for sure. Is being a guitar player, he's right up there. If he's probably the number two, I would almost say number one, but I got to give that spot to Randy Rhodes. But Zakk's my one of my guys, and it was cool meeting them all. I had met Dario online before doing some guitar lessons and stuff, so he spotted me out and it's like doing here kind of thing, right? So meeting Zakk and having a little bit of a chat with him was super cool, and yeah, hopefully that comes back down the line. Love to work with those guys again. It was a great day.
And does your love for Zakk start with Black Label Society? Is it his work with Ozzy?
Oh, it's Ozzy right out of the gate too, because as we'll get into this more when we start talking about the records and stuff like that. Basically, just after I started playing guitar, Zakk Wylde got the Ozzy gig, so it was like kind of just like a shoe-in new guitar hero for me. And it wasn't just because he was with Ozzy. It's like I heard that first record, No Rest for the Wicked, and just loved the chops. I loved his style right out of the gate. And I think about it now, he was like a kid, like he was 19, 20 years old back then, right? And just to think of getting thrown into that and what he did on that record is just like, awesome playing. Yeah.
So what was your reaction when Pantera announces that they're coming out of retirement, they're going back on tour, and you're thinking, who could possibly fill in for Dimebag Darrell? And it's announced that it's Zakk Wylde. So for you, I know, so you're a big Ozzy fan, you're a big Zakk Wylde fan, you're a big Pantera fan. So it seems like all three of those mesh together. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, well, you know what? That was kind of, I saw it coming a mile away. I think anybody that kind of just was a fan of all those bands you just listed knew right away, like that it was going to be Zakk Wylde when they kind of announced they were going to do a reunion, right? There's nobody else to do that, right? And it's not even just the chops and all that. It's that friendship that Zakk and Dimebag had, right? Like they were brothers, right? And just think about who would, Dimebag want to fill that spot. If he had a word and, had to say in it, it would be Zakk hands down. Right. So it's such a cool thing to see, cause he's pulling it off great. So it was Charlie Benante from Anthrax pulling off Vinny's spot. It's like, they're crushing it, it still sounds like Zakk. Right. And a lot of people are kind of slagging them because it's like, hey, it doesn't sound like Dimebag. It's like, it's not going to, and we don't want it to. No one can do that. So just to hear Zakk's little sound within those tunes I think it's great. And it's an awesome tribute, and I'm sure they're having a blast and they're playing an amazing honor to those.
It's almost like Zakk is stepping in to honor his friend. It's not just that he's one of the few people that can pull off those guitar solos and guitar riffs, but it's also like he's like one of the boys that steps in honor of his friend.
Absolutely. Just like I said, it's not necessarily the chops and about Dimebag's playing and trying to match that. It's about that friendship, and it's about that, honoring his friend more so than just a guy that can play the parts, right? Which he is the best to do that too. So it's a double whammy. There's nobody else better to do that, and so I'm glad to see it. I got tickets for it. I actually was supposed to do some gigs myself doing sound, and I actually took the day off and made sure I wasn't working on that day.
That's a holy day.
It is a holy day. I was supposed to fly out west with the Finger 11 guys, and it's like, and I love them to death, but I just took a local gig the day before and staying home because I have to see that show. Absolutely 100% have to. So August 12th is going to be a good day.
Yeah. So August 12th. Okay. So you're seeing them where they're headlining. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's them and the Lamb of God. So that's good. That's cool. It's going to be.
What's funny is your concert is a sandwich of my concert. So I see them opening for Metallica August 11th and 13th, and you're on the 12th. So you're the day after I see them open for Metallica.
Yeah, exactly. I have a few friends that are going to like Montreal to go see the Metallica show, which is going to be awesome too, right? To see, because those shows are going to be ginormous, right? And so it's going to be cool to see, Pantera and then Metallica come out and do their thing, right? So yeah, very cool.
And especially on your show, you have Lamb of God opening, which, they're a headliner in their own right. So it's almost a double bill.
It really almost is, love Lamb of God, right? They're just for the new age metal stuff. They're, one of the guys at the top of the list. That's for sure.